What up? What up? Dímelo, mi gente. ¿Qué lo que? You already know this is Punch Unboxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Good looking now, Jackie Hernandez. Appreciate you, Jack. Appreciate you, Jackie. Hope you're having a good day, good Thursday. Kind of little warm out here in New York. Well, not warm, but we had that cold weather. You know what I'm saying? That freezy, that dangerous weather we had. Good looking out. Appreciate you. Hope everybody doing out. Hope everybody doing good. How in a car? Can't do it at home right quick. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Y'all already know, man. Mr. Moonshine. El adoro, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Let's talk about this right quick. Joey in the building said Moonshine has been disappointing lately. Wow, man. My guy Joey said Mr. Moonshine has been disappointing lately. Shout out to Joey. Shout out to the Mexican flag. I understand, Joey. I understand what some people want from Punch. I know, I know y'all just want me to be faithful to the Canelo Alvarez praising content at all times. I get it. I get it. Some people subscribe for the channel. Some people subscribe for the boxing knowledge. Overall, they subscribe to the versatile content, versatile perspective, unbiased perspective. And some people just, they sub because they like what I say about their favorite fighter. And the moment that it seems like I'm critiquing their favorite fighter, I'm no longer good. I'm disappointing. That's what it is. It's all right, Joey. It's all right. I understand this community more and more, each and every day, each and every month. I really thought this community was all about hardcore boxing and preserving the sport of boxing and preserving the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators. But let's keep it real. This community is about protecting and enabling the narrative that caters to your needs. That's what it is. Feel me? So I understand the game now. I understand the game. I was naive to the game, or maybe I was just looking one way, right? We was looking one way, but in all actuality, the YTBC, the YouTube boxing community, is like the mainstream. It's no different. I thought it was different, but it's no different. It's like when Showtime says that. Look, it's like when Showtime says Gervonta Tank Davis is 3-division world champion, but not every other. Not DAZN. DAZN don't feel like that. It's like when ESPN says that Teofimo Lopez is undisputed, but DAZN is gonna say that he's unified champion. You understand? Even the mainstream got what they think they should put out there. It is what it is. And the same thing goes to the YTBC. Saludo, rider of the storm. Excuse me, I got candy in my mouth. Pause. MAW in the building. What's good? Well, you see the title, see the thumbnail. Ladies and gentlemen, all the things that you hear from Golden Boy Promotions, Ryan, Tang, Showtime, anybody that speaks about this negotiations, all smoking mirrors. Listen to me, folks. All smoking mirrors. Do you know why? Do you know why everything is all smoke and mirrors? Let me tell you something about dealing with Al Heyman and when you're in contracts with Al Heyman. If you got ongoing negotiations When you're dealing with Al Heyman, you cannot speak about the negotiations. So which means if people are speaking about the negotiations, the fight is done or it's not done. Meaning that it's never going to be done right now. That an offer is basically off the table, but when it's on the table and the negotiation is active, you really can't speak on the details. So when somebody's talking about rematch clause, no. That's smoke and mirrors. That's smoke and mirrors. They might have something else that they're having trouble with, but it's just a way to promote, way to keep people talking about Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. Maybe they're looking for security because they don't know what's going to be happening with Gervonta Davis in his court case. So with all this time, somebody got to be compensated for this time that they didn't let Ryan Garcia fight and things of that nature. Maybe something like that. But when it comes to rematch clause and stuff, that's not what's holding up the negotiations. But if you want to talk about what's in the surface, let's talk about what's in the surface, right? So what's in the surface doesn't mean that what's going on behind the scenes. But let's go with the surface because that's what everybody's talking about. If the rematch clause is what's troubling, I agree with Ryan Garcia when he's saying no rematch clause. Let's just go without the rematch clause. May the best man win. And if the fans and the market calls for a rematch, then it just makes business sense for us to fight one another. You can look at it one side, you can look at the other side, depending on which narrative you want to cater to, depending on what fighter you want to cater to, depending on what promotional company you want to cater to. A lot of people, there's people out there that don't like how PBC is moving or has done. There's people that vouch for PBC. There's other people that like Golden Boy Promotions. The people that don't like Golden Boy Promotions. Some people don't like DAZN. Some people like Showtime. Some people's okay with the pay-per-view. Some people is not okay for the pay-per-view. End of the day, what's good? What's good, Ted? What's good, Joey? I can't read right now. I'm in the highway right now. But it's all smoke and mirrors, folks. It's either the fight is done and they're just waiting for an announcement to be made next week, or it's completely off the table. It's the only way that you could be talking about negotiations with Al Heyman, because Al Heyman is very strict when things go publicly. When things go publicly, you know, remember when Errol Spence and Bud Crawford started talking? I already knew that the fight was off. And they still was talking about it. You know what they was talking about it? You know what Bud Crawford said when he said Earl Spence, the leak audio and all that stuff? It's because that's it, the fight was off. But while negotiations is going through, they keep it very, very simple. You see, like Ryan Garcia, he kept it very, very simple. He rarely said anything about the negotiations and stuff like that. He said 5 months ago that he agreed on the terms. Oscar de la Hoya said they haven't received the contract. All of that is a show. All of that was a show. It's just to keep the name going. So when you hear Regis Prograis in the mix for a potential fight for Ryan Garcia, that's a flat out lie. Do not pay attention. It's Comedy Hour, Def Comedy Jam. That's what it is, folks, okay? Regis Prograis is not going to be fighting Oscar de la it's not going to be fighting Regis Prograis, okay? They threw the name out there just like they threw Teofimo Lopez's name. Just like Ryan Garcia after the Fortuna fight threw Teofimo Lopez's name and Oscar de la Hoya threw Teofimo Lopez's name because they used the name, you know, probably so they could use it as bargaining chips. Because they know that ain't nobody in Golden Boy Promotions really for Ryan Garcia anymore. I mean, Jorge Linares, maybe Jojo Diaz, but they're not even talking about Jojo Diaz. So, in all actuality, all this Regis Prograis and Ryan Garcia is only good for Regis Prograis to keep his name out there. The only thing that is good about it is for Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis could use that for promotional use. So Regis Prograis is happy that his name is out there. Look, anything that is surrounded by Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, people is going to capitalize that build-up, that promotional. It's almost like, shout out to Bill Haney, he was in the Boxing Voice. And the Boxing Voice started their show to talk about this particular subject. What the Bill Haney, as a smart individual, remember, people, it was like 800 people looking on. And shout out to the boxing voice, shout out to Bill Haney. But I got to give props to Bill Haney because he knows when to infiltrate a situation where a lot of people are going to be talking about it and people are going to tune in. Bill Haney stopped over in the boxing voice and took over the whole show. While people's entering, thinking that the talk is going to be they're going to talk about Devin Haney and I'm sorry, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis. Bill Haney does it again and insert himself, just like we remember when Calvin Ford was there. Bill Haney was there to insert himself. Very smart promotional move by Bill Haney. And this is what people are going to do. So for Regis Prograis, he's now capitalizing off what Oscar De La Hoya or whatever is saying about that he might be the potential fight, which he's not. Think about it. Why all of a sudden Pro Bellum and Richard Schaefer want to do work with Oscar De La Hoya? You know Oscar De La Hoya and Richard Schaefer ain't going to be doing work like that. If you really think that Oscar De La Hoya hates Al Heyman, Oscar De La Hoya hates Richard Schaefer more than Al Heyman. So this is all smoke and mirrors. Oscar De La Hoya and Richard Schaefer is not going to be doing business. You understand? Oscar De La Hoya and Richard Schaefer is not going to be doing business. No. And think about this. A Regis Prograis would like to get paid more than Ryan Garcia. And you know if they ever fight, Ryan Garcia is going to get paid more than Regis Prograis. You understand? Hey, yo, Kev Effect. Kev in effect in the building. What's good, man? I'm just looking on right now because I'm driving. Halim in the building. What's good, man? Let me show love to the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. If you want to become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing, man, show Kev in effect. Yo, showing Tip Bayless in the building. What's good, Tip? Tip. Jackie again, good looking out. Ride of the Storm. What's good? Jason in the building. What's good, man? What's good, man? All this Regis Prograis and Ryan Garcia stuff is all smoke and mirrors, is a lie. They're not talking. Richard Schaefer and Oscar De La Hoya is not doing business. You know, if you think that Pro Bellum is, if you think that Top Rank and Pro Bellum can't work together, you know for sure Oscar De La Hoya and Richard Schaefer is not working together. I mean, this does good for Regis Prograis, but it's not going to be happening. Regis Prograis, like Mauricio Sudamon said in Rapstar Boxing Knowledge, the interview. Go check it out when you ever get the chance. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge had Mauricio Sudamon on, and Mauricio Sudamon said that Regis Prograis has a voluntary bout, not even mandated. You know, so I don't know who Regis Pro is going to be fighting next. Maybe Regis Pro is going to be looking at the winner. Adrian Broner going to be fighting this month, and he said that he would like to fight Adrian Broner. He got a voluntary bout, so we see what we're going to see. Another thing that we need to talk about: how the hell does Rolly get a title shot in the 140-pound division? See, look, I'm gonna tell you right quick what I think is going to happen. Except Punch Drunk, tell Senior Lopez Josh going ahead with the rematch. Josh going ahead with the rematch. I mean, hey, I say it like this, Halim. I think it's a bad decision for Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is gonna wants to fight Jack Catterall, but in all actuality, that's ego tripping. Look, I know the people in Top Rank knows that the most money that Josh Taylor is gonna make that's on the table is to fight Teofimo Lopez. That's the most money he's gonna make. With the Sky Network and ESPN, and what's the money in the pot, Teofimo Lopez also going to be making as much money if he fights Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor got probably one more fight left in the 140-pound division. You drop all your belts for Jack Catterall. You drop all your belts. Look, every great fighter has a hard fight that they're going to be people that feel like they won. You don't got to rematch Jack Catterall. You got nothing to prove to Jack Catterall. But at this point in your career, if you're going to be dropping all the belts, it's for you to get as much money as you can. So the best fight, you know what I'm saying, will be a Teofimo Lopez. So don't waste your time with Jack Catterall because there's people out there that feel like you won. Every fighter has that. Even Canelo Alvarez, they said that Oh, Canelo Alvarez lost to Lara. Like, he ain't gave no rematch to Lara. Now, if it's a mega fight, if that would have happened versus Jose Ramirez or Regis Prograis, let's say Jose Ramirez, then you rematch it. But Jack Catterall was a mandatory. It was an underdog that put up a good fight. Josh Taylor wasting his time. Go get Teofimo Lopez. Big fight in America. See that Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall is only a big fight one way. At home. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor is a big international mega fight. You know what I'm saying? I think that's wasting his time. It's ego. He's fighting Jack Catterall because of ego. Let the ego go and be a smart businessman. You already relinquished all your belts for this rematch. Because even, think about this. If you would have kept his belts and he fight Teofimo Lopez, Top Rank will give him the money for the belt fees and sanctioning fees like they did. They gave him 65% of the sanctioning fees. So he wouldn't even have to spend all that money because it's an in-house fight. And probably the most lucrative in-house fight for Top Rank. Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez is one of the most lucrative fights outside of Tyson Fury. It's the most lucrative fight for Top Rank. And they're dropping the ball if Josh Taylor can go with the Jack Catterall fight. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But when it comes down Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis, this fight is done. Everybody agreed that if everybody agreed, it's really done. But you do not sign the contract until fight week. I think people are asking for insurance. And since this is really has to be predicated with Gervonta Davis' court case, they throwing things like rematch clause. They throwing things just to fog up the actual issues. Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotion needs insurance because Ryan Garcia has not fought because of this fight. They need some insurance. They need to know that this thing that Gervonta Davis is going through he's going to be free. He's going to be free. And that's what it is, folks. That's what it is. Ryan Garcia, Showtime does not have any kinds of issue. You even heard it from you read Oscar de la Hoya's tweet saying that we in a happy place. They've been in a happy place. Ryan Garcia said he's very happy 5 months ago with the terms. So, ladies, you remember Oscar de la Hoya said he haven't had the contract, but then Ryan Garcia said he's seen the contract. You know, the thing is, Ryan Garcia and Oscar de la Hoya is not on the same page, not on the same table when they're putting out information out. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. Everything is smoke and mirrors. This fight is ready. It's ready. Everybody signed off. The proposal, the term sheet, everybody signed off. Now, again, if y'all want to talk about what's the surface, what if what's in the surface is true, meaning the rematch clause? We could talk about the fake, but it's not. It's really there's no issue. But let's talk about what the people is talking about, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a community, and let's talk if it is about the rematch clause. If it isn't about the rematch clause, I hear a lot of people saying that Ryan Garcia, Golden Boy Promotions has no right. They shouldn't be the A side in the rematch clause. Like who are they? You know what I'm saying? Look, in the end of the day, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis have the same type of fan base. May not be the same fans, but the same type of fan base, which is a niche fan base. A lot of fans outside of the sport of boxing. Their market is really a boxing market, but it's really a niche market. Fans that's highly casual, that just follow them in social media. They see them as influencers. You know, they got a whole different type of fan base. So in this rematch, there's a rematch clause. If Ryan Garcia wins, It needs to go to the zone, and it needs to go to Golden Boy Promotion. That's just fair. And a lot of people want to be like, yo, but what happened with, but that didn't happen before. When did it happen? Did it happen before? We never saw that with Anthony Joshua. We never saw that with other fighters. You know what I'm saying? The A side stayed the A side. We didn't see it happen with Floyd Mayweather. Well, Marcos Maidana ain't Floyd Mayweather, and Andy Ruiz was not Anthony Joshua. And by the way, it doesn't matter if it never happened before. Everything happened once. It starts now. This is the fight where it's going to happen. You can't relate Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis to a Floyd Mayweather or Marcos Maidana or Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz and stuff like that. No. Doesn't matter if Gervonta Davis sold this much and stuff like that. At the end of the day, if Ryan Garcia beats Gervonta Davis, he will be the #1 superstar in the sport of boxing, especially in America. In America, we all know that. If Ryan Garcia knocks out Gervonta Davis, no, Gervonta Davis is not the A side, folks. No, he's not. Okay, he's not. It's not like Gervonta Davis is way more of a superstar than Ryan Garcia. He's not. They just got a fan base. They got a fan base that not even Oscar De La Hoya understood Ryan Garcia. Oscar De La Hoya, remember, didn't even understood Ryan Garcia's fan base. Remember, in the beginning, like several years ago, he said, Oscar De La Hoya said that social media doesn't translate to real boxing. Yes, it does. We're seeing it. One of the biggest fights this month is going to be Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. Ryan Garcia could do whatever the fuck he wants, to be honest. Even though that this is a big fight, Ryan Garcia could be like, you know what? Let me fight other YouTubers. What's that other guy's name? Pepper, salt, pepper, whatever his name. Ryan Garcia could be like, I'm gonna fight him. Shit might sell out. Because they got a whole different type of fan base, a whole different type of market. So you cannot relate this situation like other boxing situations of the past. So for the content creators that are saying like this, oh no, you ain't never seen that before. Why people saying that Ryan Garcia needs to be the A side if he beats? Nah, they got to go through the first contract. No. This is a whole different situation that we never seen in the sport of boxing. And let me debunk this narrative. Right quick. When people like to use the Devin Haney and Kambosos narrative, let me debunk that right quick. That's saying that Devin Haney was not the A side in the second rematch. In the rematch, I'm sorry, not the second rematch, but the rematch. False. Devin Haney was the A side. Devin Haney got the lion's share, got more money in the rematch. Devin Haney was on picking judges, neutral judges. Oh, Haney, the kind of punk this about it. No one is this narrative that, oh, you know, trying to relate to the things because Devin Haney on the Kambosos was still the piece of the South first. Devin Haney and more. The champion. Haney has on this, he realized that also so he has the power of operation. Yeah, I would have just because you know Australia, that doesn't mean the inside. Quick, Devin Haney was the A side in the rematch. Devin Haney was the A side on the rematch. Don't let nobody else tell you anything different. Because think about it. Where's George Kambosos right now? Where is George Kambosos right now? What promotional company? He's with Lou DiBella, but what network does Lou DiBella have? Oh, y'all ain't hear me? Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Y'all hear me now? All right. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Let me say it again. Devin Haney on the rematch with George Kambosos was the A side. If somebody tells you otherwise, not. Devin Haney was the A side versus George Kambosos on the rematch. Again, he got more money than George Kambosos. He has promotional company that was flipping the bill to the fight. That's his promotional company. So George Kambosos didn't have a promotional company. He's with Lou DiBella. He's just fighting in Australia. And just because he's fighting in Australia, let's not forget, George Kambosos was not a major star in Australia. George Kambosos actually made his mark out here. George Kambosos made his mark fighting Lee Selby. George Kambosos made his mark fighting Mickey Bay in Madison Square Garden. George Kambosos made his mark out here in New York City when he beat Teofimo Lopez. He was not a big star. He was not even half of Tim Zhu in Australia. Nobody barely knew George Kambosos in Australia anyway. Devin Haney was the A side. But people use that to justify the Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia situation. Ryan Garcia is just as big, just as famous as Tank Davis. Another thing, they're not fighting for any belts. So this rematch clause, the smoke and mirror of the rematch clause, nobody gives a damn because nobody's losing anything. The rematch clause, it's like it's imposed. You impose the rematch clause, and it's taken seriously. Like, did anybody take Kell Brook and Amir Khan rematch clause serious? No, who gives a damn? You don't give him a rematch. You don't give him a rematch. It's almost like the only thing that kept this rematch with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury was actually Tyson Fury said, "All right, I'm relinquishing my belt." Then what happens next? Don't give a damn about the rematch clause. Everybody fights once a year anyway. All you got to do is retire. All you got to do is retire for 8 months and come right back, and you good. A la Floyd Mayweather. All you got to retire for 8 months. In boxing, I believe you retire 8 months and stuff like that. I think it's 8 months, or probably not. I don't believe it's a year. I know the old school way, people thought that you was retired if you don't fight in 8 months. But anyway, all you got to do is pretend like you retire and then come right back, and then that voids the rematch clause. Easy. That's like back in the days where people be fighting 3 times a year. All Ryan Garcia got to say is, I retire. That's it. And then come back. Was there a rematch clause with Tyson Fury and Klitschko? I don't know. I'm just saying. Or an injury. Yeah. Just like you remember Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo? Remember that? Tony Harrison got injured and Jamel Charlo fought. I forgot who he fought in between the Tony Harrison and Jamel Charlo. Remember? Tony Harrison had an ankle injury. They had a rematch clause. I believe so. Yo, shit in the sport of boxing is all smoke and mirrors. From rules, if you look at the rankings in the WBA in September, Rolly Romero was not in the ranking. It takes time to negotiate a deal. It takes months. As say, hey, yo, Rolly Romero, we might. Puello. The only thing I don't like about that situation, Antoine Russell was a decision to get that title fight. This is the play that I see. This is the play that I see when it comes to Rolly Romero. And I've done videos about this. Look, I'm Dominican, but I keep it real. Dominican gets fucked in the ass in boxing. They like to take advantage of them, but shadow it with opportunity. Puello, if he goes to a decision with Rolly, Rolly will beat Puello. Then Puello will beat, and then Rolly will fight Gary Antoine Russell. And then Gary Antoine Russell gonna whoop Rolly's ass. And that is what's going to build Gary Antoine as a star, as a potential star. And then you may hear the echoes of Gary Antoine Russell versus Gervonta Tank Davis at 140. That's the play. You could agree, disagree, understand, or don't understand. That is the play. Play is that Rolly will fight Puello. Puello will get robbed like Jackson, like Jackson Martinez. Remember the other Dominican that got played? Like Jackson Martinez. Rolly will become champion. Yo, shit. Y'all already know PBC and WBA have a great relationship. Gary Antoine Russell, who is in mandatory position, will fight Rolly. Gary Antoine Russell whoop Rolly's ass. And in the buildup of Gary Antoine Russell and Rolly, Gary Antoine Russell is going to get a lot of clout, a lot of eyeballs, a lot of fame. And then that's the buildup to the star of Gary Antoine Russell. And Gary Antoine Russell then going to be fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Damn, what a plan. What a plan. But anyway, man. This is gonna be a short live. Looks like people now walking in the live. Good looking out for the people that's showing love. Punch Drunk Boxing is almost on his way out. We're gonna change this channel to something else. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna change it. We're gonna bring some more actual boxing tips and boxing training. We're gonna switch things up in Punch Drunk Boxing. I think that that's it. It's taking it. We gotta adjust. People not into the live anymore. People not into the channel like they used to. So we're going to adjust. You know, I don't want to shut down the channel, but what we're going to do is we're going to create something new that I'm happy. I'm happy. I can't share it with y'all now, but we're going to take it into a different direction now. We're going to take it to a different direction. You know, we can't be. Remember, I'm like, we gotta be like Floyd Mayweather. Work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? We can't sit around hour, 2 hours on lives that's really not doing anything significant to bring the channel any sponsors and stuff like that, because I got big plans. And with these mediocre numbers, there's no plans to be made. There is no respect to be made. Not respectable numbers. So we got to switch things up. So, I mean, shout out to all the boxing channels that really are successful. It's not easy to do these things, but we're going to switch things up. We're not going to do this live stuff anymore. But we're going to go the other route. We're going to take this into some type of a documentary type of channel, going to the gyms, and, you know, it's going to switch up. It's going to switch up. But clearly, the support is not where it needs to be for it to keep going in this direction, though. I can't see clearly now. The smoking mirror. I can see clearly now. I'm ready to smoke. I can see clear. Bro, you was cooking. Nah. Two-tone, what's good? What's good? Two-tone, what's good? What's good? Nah, we out of here. We going to a different direction, man. We going to a different direction. We going to gyms. We going to be intimate with the sweet signs of boxing and really get in the ring, really get in the, we're going to switch it up. We're going to be more entertaining, but we're not going to be doing this live, sit around, breaking, because in all actuality, man, this is gossip. And it's becoming to a point where do we really have the time to sit around for 2 hours, live shows, gossiping? We too old for this. We too, it doesn't go anywhere. There's enough gossip channels out there. There's enough gossip channels. There's enough narrative channels. There's enough people opening the panels and shows looking the same. There's enough free smoke channels. So we have to adjust and make things more. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it better, man. We're gonna make it better. But this ain't working. What about live interviews? Punch. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to support the channel and stuff like that. Y'all want to support the movement. Y'all want to support the adjustment. Then support it. I mean, and if people don't support it, then we out to a new venture. You know what I'm saying? Got a new channel, VOVBM. Has nothing to do with boxing. We opening another channel. I mean, I'm not going to be here long. People don't support the way they should. The people do not support compared to the grind. Compared to the grind, translate. Feel me? So we can't sit around. The work has been done. We've done a lot of interviews. We've done a lot of exclusives. We've done a lot of exclusives. Done things that the respect should be given because it's already the work has been earned. But anyway, man, on to the next. My brothers and sisters, love you. God bless. And on to the next.